Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Haven't seen you for a while, hope it's all going well. I've been digging around looking for a bike to build for the next project, and came up with quite an interesting score, and I'm quite stoked to get hold of it. So I'm trying to figure out what to do, and I thought I'd just fill you in, and maybe this will be a few small videos to do little work as I go along on it, because at the moment I don't really know how long it's going to take and where I'm heading with it. So I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, as you can see, I have got some cranks on it at the moment. I was just test fitting some cranks, but this is a New Zealand branded bike again. It's an Avanti. Sorry about the road noise out there, it's a bit noisy today. It's a chromoly tubing, as you can see up here. It's got those little words, carbon fiber. So as you can see from the pic, it's got an old carbon weave molded into the tubing, which is obviously here, brazed into here, or who knows how they do it, glued into there maybe, and up the top, and it goes across the frame. The main tube's are carbon, and everything else is chromoly. It's a fairly late introduction into the carbon world. It's probably an early 90s frame where they dabbled with this sort of thing. Probably wouldn't have been something that caught on, and I haven't actually seen this model or this style of Avanti in New Zealand at all. This is the first time I just stumbled across it. A friend was selling it, and I said, hey shit, where'd you get that from? And he just happened to find it as well. It's too big for him, just happens to be my size at a 58 centimeter, so I picked it up off him, and I think it's great little score. I mean, it's probably, I think I paid 40 bucks for it. It comes with a fork as well, just a Unicrown fork, so it's all there. So my thoughts were to, well, I'm going to repaint it obviously, because as you can see the paint is old. It's pretty beat up around the paint job area. You know, that's probably the original colour down there, dark blue, you can see it, and it's just been sun faded over time, so it's a good 20 plus years of seeing sun and probably lying around in someone's garage or something, I don't know. But what I love the most is this carbon weave. Crazy. I've never seen this fitted to a steel frame. I've seen it on a few alloy frames, but never on a steel frame. So, and especially for Avanti to dabble in carbon is quite extreme for them, because I didn't think they went that far until current bikes have got carbon frames. They obviously get in, but this is definitely a strange beast. I'd love to know who actually manufactured this bike back in the day. It would have come from another company somewhere that potentially Avanti have picked up the license for and stuck their name on, but there's no signs as to where the frames come from. So it probably matches something else somewhere around the world. But yep, at the moment it's an Avanti Pro series, and the clear coat is obviously very chipped up. So basically you can see what it looked like gloss and the color that comes through. And that graphic is clear coated over, so it needs to be sanded. So basically it did have Pro Series written, Carbon Pro Series written right there, but what I thought I'd better do before I get too carried away is I have been sanding it with a 1000 grit, and I've been cleaning off the clear coat to about here anyway. The paint sort of faded into the frame just here on both sides, and then went full carbon, naked carbon. So I've taken it right back to taking all the clear coat off to naked carbon again. There was some writing just here, but that's gone, and I've managed to smooth that out. So when you put clear coat on, I'll just wet my finger here, you'll see it'll come back pretty nice and dark, and quite a nice carbon effect will come through when I clear coat it. So what I'm toying with is painting the frame and making it a little bit more modern. I'm probably not going to do a color. I'll sand back all this first and do what I've done up here, get this tidied up a little bit, and I might actually satin black the tubing and stop it there, and stop it there and there, and have them matching satin black to here, then having naked carbon with clear coat over top of the tubes. So just so you can see the carbon, because it's certainly a talking point in my books. I mean, I've never seen it like that before, and I reckon it'll look quite cool if it was just naked carbon in the middle of the tubes, and people saw it, they'd be like, wow, what's going on here? So that's where I'm at. I'm thinking at the moment I'll do that paint job, black half, black front half, black back half, naked carbon, maybe find a decal to go on here to make it look cooler. I don't know yet, but this is where I'm at. So as you can see, the carbon on here is it's good condition. Just needs another light sand with some real fine sandpaper, and then I'll work on scuffing the frame back and painting all the paint, the blue color over, bringing up the frame a nice color. So there you go. That's what we're starting with. Let me know in the comments if you got an idea on what I should do that's even better. At the moment, I'm just, that's my first initial idea of what to do with it. And then we've got a build kit. We've got a bunch of build kits actually that we could use on it. I've got some 105 Ultegra mix 10-speed group sets. I've got carbon cranks. I've got some race wheels to put on it. Could make it quite a nice resto mod, semi-resto mod build. It'd look quite cool, and I think it'd ride a lot better than my Shogun from the previous episode that you might have watched, because that Shogun was a little tall for me after I rode it a little bit, whereas this one's more suited to my size. So let me know down below what you think, and if you think this one would be quite a good build. So at the moment, I'm just going to carry on and start sanding this level here, this stuff here, and I'll catch up with you shortly. Well, here's the next phase of it. As you can see, I've spent about an hour sanding back, probably a tiny bit there to go. Just a little bit of clear coat stuck to the top of that, so get it down to the raw carbon, and then we'll wipe it down with a wet rag and see what it looks like. It should come up very similar to what it looks like when you clear coat it. You can start to see what it could look like. So I think it's going to be quite a smart looking frame once it's properly painted and clear coated. So yeah, looking good, enjoying it, and we'll see how it comes up. There you go, just wipe it with a bit of a wet rag. That's pretty close to what the clear. It'll be a little bit shinier once I get the gloss on, but that's what it looks like, raw carbon. It's going to have a nice little carbon finish to it. It's starting to get me excited now. This should be quite cool. So I've just got to come up with a nice finish around this area. I've got something plotted in my head which will make it look quite tidy. Just a little bit of finishing sanding down there, and then we buff the frame down. The frame's pretty good, so the paint's not so bad that it won't take, say, a rough scuff and then a nice smooth scuff to just give the paint something to stick to. I'll remove that hopefully, and then we'll give the paint something to stick to by scuffing up the surface a bit. But the paint's in pretty good, the current paint's in pretty good condition where it will take a just a nice spray over like I usually do with my bike. So looking pretty good. Okay, well, I think that's enough for this video. I've done everything I can do today on that frame. I'm gonna sit down and have a good think about exactly how I'm gonna paint it, and those colors I mentioned earlier. We'll see if I go with that plan. At the moment, I'm pretty keen on doing that color, so hopefully it will eventuate like that. And what I'll do is I'll probably work on a little bit behind the scenes here. I won't film too much of it because it's just boring sanding and cleaning and sanding and prepping, and not that exciting to watch, I guess. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see that sort of thing. But I'll work on it a little bit more, and I'll come back to you on another video. We'll do like part 2, and because it's quite a big job. It's not a quick flip. It's building a bike for me, so I want it to be real nice and as good as I can get it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.